Hi, today is May 31st, 2022. It is a Tuesday, and today I'm going to be working on my gummy bear project. I will be recording on my computer as I always do for my data science days, and then I have this point of view, which is for the experiment part of the project where I kind of want to record the gummy bears being thrown. So, the point of this experiment is to design a well-controlled experiment to test a factor that will affect how far gummy bears will fly from a catapult. And what is a catapult? It's this thing here. So the factor that I'm testing is the angle that the catapult is placed on. So not this, but like, let me show you the picture. But like the launch ramp. So kind of like where this is placed at, because it's going to be like this, and then this is going to be placed on top of some books, and then that angle is what I'm trying to test and basically see if it affects how far the gummy bears travel. So yeah, okay, and also yesterday I wanted to mention day 316. We ended off in a little bit of a whole ordeal where something wouldn't run. Turns out I just forgot to update the count, so that's why I was never printing out a list, because I didn't update the count. So all I had to do was count plus equal 1, and then I would run it and it would give me the list. But this proved to be useless, I realized yesterday, because it's basically the same thing as the index, which will be automatically generated once I put in the data values. So I don't need that. So what I just took from that day was just import pandas as PD, and then the first setup for my data set for treatment 1. So the data table is supposed to look like this if you scroll down. This is what my data table is supposed to look like, but I'm just going to do it in Python because it's easier for me to do the graphs that way. So yeah, so I'll basically have two data frames, treatment 1 and treatment 2, and I'll go from there. So I'll start by, where are my gummy bears? Okay, so I have two bags of gummy bears, and basically I will just be assigning them numbers. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you over there, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so let me just remove this. So here's my gummy bears. The way I'm gonna do this is, I'll probably do, this is gonna be at the bottom. I need to tape this to this. So the catapult is basically just gonna have a pencil, right? You just get two popsicle sticks, and you put a rubber band, stick them together, put a rubber band on one side, and then just stick a pencil in there all the way to the end. Don't be afraid to go, like, just push down. And then we're gonna stick it like this. Actually, it's supposed to be this way. We're gonna stick it like this, and then we're gonna put the gummy bear on top. So you put another rubber band on the top one, so that the gummy bear can be just sitting there and it won't fall and slide down. And so you will do this and just do that. So I'll make sure to stick it on. I don't know if I want to do some tape. I'm gonna get tape. So I'm gonna get some tape. We need some lighting over here. Alright, so what was I doing? Okay, so I'm gonna get some tape and I'm gonna just tape this over here so that it's like this, right? And so I have to measure the angle. So the two treatments that I'm testing is, what am I doing again? Treatment 45 degrees and 75 degrees. So I'm gonna have to make a 45-degree angle and a 75-degree angle. Okay, so it's gonna be over here. I'm gonna start from here so that this is a 40-degree angle so far. And I need it to be, actually it's even more. Hold on. This point over here is actually 30-degree angle, so I need to make it a little bit higher here. So over here, now it's almost to 40. Now if I do this, it's around, well, I'm just a little higher. It just keeps falling down. Maybe if I add something like the tape. Yeah, so now it's, oh no, it's really like 40. Okay, let me do this. Now it's 45. Okay, so now we have a 45-degree angle, and the way I did this was, let me show you real quick. So I just took the protractor and I took the point right here, which you can't even see. And I just landed up with this line over here at the bottom. And I just looked from here, from this 0 to here, and I saw what degree angle it was, and so it is a 45-degree angle, because it points this way, so whatever this line, so if you kind of see it, it's kind of, oops, right there in the middle of 40 and 50. Hopefully you can see that. So 45-degree angle right there. See this nicely. Alright, and then, okay. Now did I move it? And I'm using the tape so that it doesn't slide off, because this is slippery. Alright, so this is 45-degree angle. So now, I set up my thing. So, okay. Now I have to basically, where are my gummy bears? So I'm going to just, let me look at my data table. Alright, so data table. Oh, what the? Okay, so this is what my data table is supposed to look like. Gosh. So it's supposed to look like, and so what I did is I set this up in Python so that I could just do it there. But the whole thing is I'm supposed to have subjects and I'm supposed to randomly assign them. So we're doing 30 gummy bears, and so I'm doing each 30 for all of them, just randomly assign them. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them in order, just randomly take them out of here, put them in order in a line, and then I will I'll make a function in Python so that it returns to me a list of random numbers, no, a list of numbers starting from 1 to 30 and in a random order without replacement. With replacement? No, without replacement. So there's not repetitive things. So I'll do that right now. So I'll put the things here. Alright, so I'll put these here, which you can see. So, okay, I'm definitely not eating these. Just put them in order. Until I have 30. Oh, come on! Now I have to do the angle again. I'll just do it by 5s then. I'll do 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, what we have so far. And what I'll do is I'll go, what am I gonna do? I forgot what I was gonna do. Okay, so I'll just, this is 30 break 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, good. I'm gonna go back to where we were, which we were over here. Let's see. And move the lamp back to where it was. Okay. Alright, so now in Python, let me see. Okay, so in Python, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna add a code snippet. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, let's see, what am I gonna do? Okay, a function that returns to me a list, random numbers, random. So I already have that, so I'll do def random list. I'll do start. I'll do stop. And let's say size. Alright, and then I'll do import random. And then I'll do, let's say, I'll do an empty list. And then I'll do for I in range size. Let's add a number, random.randint. Let's do start and stop. And then I think I'm gonna import numpy as np. And then probably do, what is it that you do the seed? np.seed? I don't think there's an np.seed. I think there's a random.seed. Set it to 0. Okay. And then so basically, list.append number, so we're basically adding, so list.append, so appending to the list number for each time, for like however many times we want, so I think 29. Okay, I think that's it, right? And then we'll return the list. That's not how you spell return. Okay, and then in order to do that, let me test it out. So I'll do print, and I'll do random list, and I'll do start at 1, end at 29, and do this 29 times. Alright, so, okay, give me 29 numbers in a list. We have 28, 13, 25, 29, 14, 2, but I don't want them to be repeating. Right, I don't think they repeat. Do they? I don't see, oh, I do see 29. 30. Whoops. Probably did not mean that one. I meant over here 30 and over here 29. Do I have 30 now? Yeah, I do. Okay, so I think I have them all. Where's one? Or not? Hold on. Interesting. Do we have repeating numbers? I can't tell. Okay. Can I do value counts, or is that only a Python thing? I mean, I could always turn it into a series. I could do pd dot series and just turn that into series, and then I can... Oh, would you look at that? Oh, so it isn't... So then where's one? I don't see that. I literally do not see the number 1 here anywhere. Am I not crazy? I'm blind. Oh, start at 0. There we go, now it's there. Let me redo that. So now we have, good, we have 30. Okay, perfect. Okay, so, perfect. And now what I'll do, wait, isn't that what I did yesterday? You're kidding me. That's what I did yesterday, except that, oh, no, that's not what I did yesterday. Yesterday I did it in order. Today I did it randomly, but I'm not going to use this as a series. Only thing is, why does it order it? So I didn't know that. That's interesting. So it orders it for you? That's very interesting. Okay, so I don't need this. I just wanted to make sure that it was what it was. So what I'll do now is this list over here. This is the way that I'm going to assign them numbers. So now what I'll do is I'll do a like a trial. So for each trial, like a subject. So assigns, whoops. So I'll do assign subject to trial. So for example, trial number 1 is going to be 27. So this is basically the random list that I came up with. And so now what that's going to end up being, oh, actually I do need this actually. Hold up. So not only do I need a trial number, but I also need a subject. So I'll do subject and then put that in there. Whoops. Did I do it right? Okay, there we go. So run that. Now we're supposed to have that. It's also subject number. I think I'm going to get rid of the trial. And then what I think we'll do is just reset the index. So let me do pd dot reset index. No, is it index? And then just call it trial number. Okay, reset index, or is it just reset index? Index? Treatment 1 dot reset index. Really? Dot index? Am I going crazy? Okay, how to rename index in Pandas. Let's see. That's what I said. Where is it? Oh, no, but there's another way. df.index.names. Oh, dot names. Really? So if I do treatment 1, okay, there we go, perfect. Okay, thank you for that. Let me just copy the link as a source right here. All right, good. Alright, let me also copy the question because I usually add that too. Actually, no, I don't. Never mind. Alright, so that's the little thing I just got done with. Let's see, anything else? Alright, so let's think about this. So subject number and distance. So this list is going to be our subject number now. So I'm going to move this upwards and I'm going to pass in this list over here and run it. Now what? All arrays must be the same length. Great. So for now, we'll just give this a list 2. Alright. So now here's the problem. I'm going to have to turn it into a series, but I don't want it to be in order, which is an issue. So how do I do that? How do I turn a list of things, of numbers? I'll have to do... Okay. Oh, it's because I never... Okay, list is equal to that. There we go. Okay, list and list, and then I don't need this print statement. Just run that, and then run that. Okay, now we have the actual list, but here's the thing. It's still a problem because I don't need it to be just like one thing. I need it to actually be a list. So what I think I have to do is do list just like we had it above, list to series, but turns out that messes up my thing. Actually, it's not list to series, it's pd.series to turn it into a series, and then we pass in what we want to turn into a series. Oh, it's actually doing it fine. Okay, let me run it. Really? Oh, it's because I never set it equal to anything. So reset that equal to the list, and then run this. Okay, now it's still giving me the same problem. Oh, because I forgot. Jesus Christ, I keep forgetting. So when you have bracket, like the brackets, it's basically you're saying, okay, this is only like one thing. Like how do I say this? So let's say you want multiple values, so 0, 1, and 2, and I'll just turn this into 0, 1, and 2, and run that. Is going to give me 0, 1, and 2. So you separate all of these. Basically, this just represents one column of data. What did I just do? So 0, 1, and 2. And then what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. And so when you want to pass in a list instead of making your own, you don't need the brackets. So that's my mistake. So I'm just going to do list. And then I'm going to also do list over here to replace that. And it should look like that. And then I don't think I even needed to turn it into a series in order for it to work. Because it wasn't working because I just had it in bracket. So that was my mistake. Okay, so there. Everything works now. So we have the trial, which is good, as I said. Only problem is it starts with 0 and we can't have it start with 0. So I think I'm going to have to drop that row. So I'll do, let's see. Can I just make it start with 0? With 1 without dropping the row? Before doing this, treatment, well, let's do treatment 1.drop. Let's see, row 0, axes 0 in place equals true, but then that's gonna drop the actual 27. I don't want that. So how do I just simply reset the index? Let me think. How do I just reset the index to start from 1? Can I just move 1 down? Let me Google it. How to have pandas index start from 1. So where are we here? Result.index, df.index. Really? Interesting. Well, then I could have just done that. Oh, well, I already have that code here. Where is it? over here. I have it over here. There we go. So can I just set the index to that? Let me try that. Let me copy this code and then go back over here. But I don't think so because it's a whole, I don't know, let me go here. Paste that in there. That's going to return to me a list. Let me think. And can I just set df dot, it's not df, it's treatment 1 dot index to be equal to list, or index, let me call it index list. Oops. Let me change this to index list. Run that. Treatment 1, blah, 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 28, 30, 28, 29. What does it want from my life, literally? Length mismatch. Expected axis has 28 elements. New values have 38. Okay, let me move this. Alright, so this is here. So let me just run everything from the beginning. Great. So I'll just run this before doing that. Length mismatch. Expected axis has 28 elements. New values have 30 elements. What? Oh, because I dropped this. Let me delete this code. Alright, run that. Run this again. Run this again. Now what? Okay, 29 elements. Now 30 elements. Great. Oh, so 30. Because it's inclusive, apparently? Are you kidding me right now? New values have 31 elements. Expected axis has 29 elements. New values. So what does it want? 28? Tell me how that makes sense. Okay, let me run this again. Run this again. Run this again. And then do treatment 1. And then run that and see what it's gonna give me. Alright. Only problem is I need 30. So where's my 30? I don't see it. Is that my problem? Like, is that something that I did by myself? Like, not my, what am I saying by myself? I mean, is that something I did by accident? Is it because I did 29 times, so maybe 30 times, and it'll give me up to 30? Let me run this again. So then this has to be 29. And run that again. And now do I have 30? I have 30. Perfect. So 30 trials. And so subject 27, 12, 24, 28. Okay, 1. I have everything right. Where's 2? No, I have repeating numbers. That's not what I wanted. That's the problem. I wanted non-repeating numbers. Why does this happen? You know what I could just do? I'll be right back. Alright, so what was I doing again? Treatment 1. Alright, so new problem is that these numbers are not, they're repeated and I don't want them to be repeated. So is there any way that I can do random.randint? I don't know. I don't think there's a way. There's a sample. There's I think there's a sample method. Do random dot sample, and n would equal to 30 numbers. Replace equals false. Well, replacing without replacement means true. I don't even know at this point. Hold on. What do you mean random is not? It's right there. When did I ever say this? Is it literally not? It's N though. Okay, maybe I'm just going crazy. Oh my god. I've done this before. Let me go back to the beginning. And I'll go back to, let's say, my data science project. Okay, so let's wait 1 second. Just trying to think. I know I generated a random sample, but it was from a data set, so I don't know how to. Oh, this is hard. I literally could do this individually, but like I'm too lazy to do that right now. Not individually, manually, I mean. Okay, this is still loading. You know what, how can I just generate random oh, actually, can I just rearrange list of numbers randomly? Okay, I think I was just going to, I think it has a star. It's after that. No. Nope. Okay, this is definitely not it. Okay, great. Let's not go get into that. Not this one either. I know it was in April. Okay, it was before that. So maybe March? Maybe over here? I don't remember which day it was. No. No. What in the world? No way. I did this in February? That's crazy. I thought it was like April. That's crazy. Okay, anyway, yeah. Sample. Where is it? Dot sample, but sample is a pandas function. Oh, I was like thinking it's a random function. I completely forgot about that one. Where's my stuff again? So I'll just do, but I can't take a random sample. Oh my god, this is so irritating. Okay, so maybe I don't want a random list now. Maybe I can delete that for now, and what I'll do is I'll just take an, wait, do I want an ordered list? Because this is not going to, actually, yeah, this is what I want. And I'll just take this ordered list, which is the index list, and and basically I'll go over here and take a sample. Hopefully this works. I'll take a sample from there, and then maybe I don't need this. Let me copy this just in case. So then let me move this downwards. And close this out. Sample. Great. So what if we make it to a series? So I'll turn this into a series. I'll do pd dot series. Turn this into a series also. And maybe set it equal to subjects also, and then do So essentially we're gonna do subjects dot sample and take a 30. I think that's good, right? So we have 30. And we're gonna make this, actually, we're gonna call this our subjects sample, set that equal to that, and then move that upwards, upwards, and then set our subject to be our subject sample. And then one little problem, the index list has to be above it. So I'm gonna have to move this upwards too. Okay, I think that works out. So run that, run this, run that. Okay, now we have everything. So we have, whoa, why is the trial? That's not what I meant. Oh my god. Okay, so we need to make a copy. So let me do something. Let me do index list dot copy and call this ordered list. And just change that there. So let me start from the beginning. There we go. No, but it's still messed up because we don't have it in order. Oh no, I don't want it to be. It's changing it. It's also changing the index as it's changing the subject number. Like, why? Like, why does it have to happen? So treatment 1, let's see, treatment 1, subject number, and then the names. What did I tell the index to be? I told the index to be the index list, right? Alright. So then I imported random, I made an ordered list so that from that ordered list we can have our subjects is equal to the series ordered list. And so the subject of sample is subjects dot sample and take a sample from subjects. So if I were to just do this, it would print that out and I would take a sample from subjects. But I want a sample from, this is so irritating right now. If I do this, if I do subjects sample, right, which is bad. Also, probably should say, can I specify the seed? No, but I did that earlier, didn't I? Let me see. Random state, there we go. So, n equals 30, random state equals 0, and replacement, I think, replace is false, right? Oh yeah, I had it right the first time. Alright, so then that does that, and then that's good. Only thing is the index, I don't understand why it's like this right now. So maybe what I have to do is reset it again? Question mark. So in this case, I'll just copy this and call this, I'll just do this over here. There we go. So now it's randomly assigned to each trial. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Alright, and so I'll change this to just simply be ordered list. So like this could literally just be called ordered list. And let me run that, run this, right, and then run that. Okay, so that's what we just did. We assigned subjects to a trial. So the way that I did that, just to recap, I basically used my function ordered list, and I returned a list. I returned a list that was in order, and then from that ordered list, actually that's not the right one, hold on, over here, I returned a list of numbers up until 30, and then I set this equal, whoops, hold on, this was supposed to equal ordered list, there we go, this is not even supposed to be here, there we go. Alright, perfect. Okay, so let me recap. So what I did was I made a function called ordered list. I gave it two parameters, start and stop. I set the count, variable count equal to 0. I set I equal to 0 and a list equal to an empty list. While the count is less than or equal to my stop, to whatever number I wanted to stop at, I'm gonna do I plus 1. So it's gonna do I plus equal 1, and then I'm going to add that I to the list. And I'm going, after doing that, I'll put the count up 1, so then it would just count how many times I do it until it's equal to stop, and then I'll return the list. And so I said, okay, start at 0, and at 29, I believe it ends at 30 actually, because it's not inclusive, or maybe it should have been 30, I don't know, we'll check. And then it would give me, right, an ordered list, from like 0 to 30. And I could just double check that. So from 1 to 30. Okay, perfect. So this is not inclusive. Neither is this, though. Whatever. Anyway, so that occurs, and then I took that ordered list and I imported random. Actually, I didn't need random for this. Okay, and I just made that list into a Pandas series so that I could use the sample method. So I basically I just generated a random sample of that list, which I set it equal to subjects. So I basically set it equal to subjects, and then that's the same thing as order list over here. And so I took a sample from that list, a sample of 30, random say equals 0, so that you can replicate my results, and then replace is equal to false, meaning that you're not replacing that number back in, and so you have to basically you're doing without replacement, like you're not replacing the number back in, so the number's not picked more than once. And so that way, because I set it equal to 29, it's going to give me all 30 values in a random order, because of this little key thing right here, the fact that it's not replacing the values and it has to give me 30. Well, it's going to end up giving me all the values just in a random order, which is what I wanted. And then what I did was I just set it equal to the subject sample as I had it up there, and so now you can see the subject number is equal to the sample over here, which is the same thing over here. You can see 3, 29, 14, etc. And let's see, only thing is it messed up. What it did was it actually, not only did it change the order of the list, it also changed the order of the trials, and so that's an issue. So what I did was I just did I called my ordered list again, and I set that ordered list to my index, and so now the index is in a right order. So now there is a randomly assigned subject to each trial, and finally, that took like 40 minutes. Okay, so don't need this, don't need that either. It's just a sample. Okay, and now the distance, by the way, is just is just, what was I gonna say? It's just a placeholder for now. Those are not the actual values. So now that my thing is set up, now I actually have to perform the experiment, and so that's what I will do right now. I'll have to like measure the distance. So again, this is treatment 1, and treatment 1 is a 45-degree angle, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. So let me record from my phone now. Alright, so as I'm doing the experiment, I deleted the list and I'm adding some brackets, and I'm going to be adding the data that I have. So 130.81 centimeters, well, not centimeters because that's not gonna be included there, and then I'll do 163.83, and these are in centimeters. And I can't run it right now, because if I run it right now, it's gonna give me an error because both of these have to be the same size, and right now I have 30 subjects, and then I only have like 2 distances, and so it's gonna give me an error, so I have to wait until I put all of them in. So I'll do that as I continue with my trials, and I'll unpause when I'm done. Alright, so this is what it's looking like so far. I have my subject number and the distance. I finally recorded the distance, and now for like say example, trial number 1, we have subject number 3, and they traveled a distance of 130.810 centimeters. And so I think what I'm going to do here is going to do distance and then put it in centimeters and run that. And so we have our data. So this is treatment 1, that's done. Now I'm going to do the same thing for treatment 2. So that means I have to copy basically the same code. So I'll do that. Maybe I should have just done distance treatment 1 and then distance treatment 2 instead. No, because the trials are different. Okay, never mind. Alright, so I'll go back up here. I think this is a subject sample, so I'll have to do this one. So I'll just copy these 2 pieces of code and bring this down over here. Whoops. And I'll call this treatment 2. Paste those in there. I'll take this 2, paste this in here, close this out, and what I'll do is I'll do ordered list, and I'll call this ordered list 2, call it ordered list, actually, I'll leave that. And so I'll take ordered list 2, subjects 2, subject sample 2, 2, 2, treatment 2. Anything that's 1, I'll just change it to a 2. Let's do ordered list. Let's do index list 2, and then treatment 2, treatment 2, ordered list 2. Oh no, that's the actual function. Okay, let me run this from the beginning. So let me delete this. Actually, I probably should have put import pandas. I mean, it's already imported, but just in case I only want to run treatment 2 in later times, I'll just do that. And so now, wait, but it's going to be the same seed, so I'll do another seed. I'll do seed 1, so that we have another random sample. Whoops. Random state 1. There we go. So I'll start like that. Let me start again, just in case. Okay. Paste that in there. It should replace it with, over here, subject sample 2. Okay, there we go. Now we have our random sample of subjects, and then distance right now, I'm just going to leave it like that. This is actually for treatment 1, but it's going to give me an error if I remove it.